Test 1, 2. Okay, that's working. Alright, this is Damaddoks FTD. Unfortunately, my friend Scipio will be unable to join us today to do 7 Days to Die. So, as soon as I get some music set up, we're just gonna mess around in the build mode for From the Depths. Okay. Just get our music going here. Hey, Benzo, how goes it, man? So, recently here, I have been submitting craft for Inner Defense upcoming From the Depths campaign, and anyway, I just wanted to show off some of the stuff that I've submitted so far for that. First off, I went and took the Hatred Copter. I made some slight adjustments to it. Mostly, I fitted it with a yeah. Just PM it to me. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, the Hatred Copter, I added some balloon deployers, and I added a water start card for it. It's probably going to be a heavy hitter, so I don't know exactly when Duffin's going to get around to spawning it in. I think it's the tiers this time are separated in amounts of 20 instead of 10. So, how's it going, business? Next up, I went and made some changes to the bomber too. It is now a torpedo bomber, and I've made it significantly cheaper. If I could just remember what the hell I named it. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Let's see here. So I'm just trying to remember where I say this stupid thing. Okay. Okay, Benzo, just give me a little bit here. We'll get to it in a little while. I gave her a little paint, made some slight modifications. These are now torpedoes, short-range torpedoes, of course. I redid the detection on it. Oh, shit. I guess it... Well, that sucks. For some reason, I thought I had more detection than this. How did I fudge that? Oh, okay. I can go back and fix it, no big deal. Yep. Okay. I don't know why, but this thing always likes to hang out at high altitudes. But whenever enemy craft gets spawned in, it goes right down to the deck and starts blowing the shit out of it, so it's fine. I can completely live with that. But yeah, that is the Osprey Torpedo bomber. It's the... Sorry, I was digging around with something else earlier. The price tag on it is 13,000 materials. Why did that color change? Nothing wants to work right today. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be doing this while we're trying to showcase this stuff, but I'm a perfectionist. Anyway, that is the Osprey Torpedo Bomber. I think she turned out pretty good. I even managed to get just a little bit more speed out of it. It does about 92 meters a second now. By swapping some things out. Surprisingly, in the Ashes of the Empire campaign, I haven't really seen it get targeted a lot. I think that's because it probably has a real low radar signature, and I try to keep the weapon system relatively small so it wouldn't be like the first thing that's targeted, unlike this beast here. Anyway. Yeah, that's one of the issues that I've had with the aircraft here lately. So next, I made a well, a submarine. In what's the name of that place? Muskogee, Oklahoma, there is a old World War II submarine that you can actually go and see called the Batfish, and that's what I named this little guy after. It is extremely cheap, RTG powered, has 2 forward-facing torpedoes, yeah. That's something to think about, Benzo. Anyway, this guy's pretty effective, and it is very cheap for its weight class, I feel. It's surprisingly quick, too. I was able to get about 18-19 meters a second out of this. Yeah, 19 meters a second. I think I forgot to paint some shit on the back here. That's okay, we can fix that real quick. There we go. And yeah, I've been overall fairly pleased with it. It's got a bit of the torpedo countermeasure over here. Yeah, thank you, Daifan. I think this will be a wonderful addition to your forces, and I think sometime I might use it for an up-and-coming Quest for Neater campaign myself. And another submission that I made was I went and took the collaboration that me and Mark III did, and I put a 400mm belt blaster in it. Oop. I think I hit the... there. This thing... oh, goodness. I'm going to have some fun with this thing. Basically, it's going to circle its target at about, I think it's 1,200 meters. No, like 1,500 meters. And just keep dumping hesh round after hesh round after hesh round on top of it. Again, can't take all the credit for this one because Mark III helped out a whole lot with getting this design working the way I wanted it to. Submarines can be a bit of a pain in the ass, to be completely honest with you, business. This one right here, I just made it as simple as I possibly could. I used an old trick that's been around since the early days of FTD, where you just stick some hydrofoils on the front, and once you give it some thrust, it'll do whatever you need it to do. I mean, it'll kind of like porpoise a little bit, but it stays under the water for the most part. And finally, this one, I've been kind of keeping a little bit close to the chest till I was sure it was going to work pretty well. So, if I can remember where I saved the damn thing. The White Death. Now this, this will maintain a distance of 2 kilometers and will pelt its target to death with a Hesh heat round. 400 millimeters, and it's 4 meters long. This is probably one of the most stable craft I have ever built. I am surprised at how easily it was able to work, actually. Yeah, I saw. It does have some missile countermeasures that kind of hit or miss whether or not they work. I actually had to revise this a couple of times, which that's why I was up at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning their business, because, well, first off, my wife woke me, and then I was like, oh crap. Excuse me. I came too quick for me to mute it. Anyway. This guy right here, I think, has probably been my best achievement so far. If we look at the price tag on it, it's stupidly cheap. And if we look inside, it is extremely compact. Of course, for this little bit here, which I have used to segregate the AI and the ammo from each other. You're probably wondering why I put all of the important bits here up front. Well, there's a perfectly good reason for that. I want to draw fire to this area specifically because there are 2 level 5 butterfly shields here. Let's see here, just want to raise the alpha a bit so you can see what I'm talking about. What? Why can't we see that? Oh, right, derp. Yeah, it's got some pretty good coverage on the front here. And we got us a pretty good bit of heavy armor and more heavy armor. This was meant to be a bit of a spall liner, so that's why that's there like that. But yeah, this thing is going to maintain distance at 2,000 meters. And it'll maintain an altitude of about 50 meters. Roughly maintain it anyway. It'll kind of dip up and down. And these guys right here, they are going to help ensure that it maintains distance. I was watching Energize Fan's video of where he was messing around with a hover of his own. Well, that actually recovered pretty well. Anyway, I just did that so I could show you guys the shielding. But where was I? Oh yeah, and I came across an idea where, well, here's something I was well, I just made 3 sets of Daddy blades, and I put them in each one of these, I guess, sponsons is what you'd call them. And I just kind of stacked them on top of each other. These right here, they control the pitch. These control the roll. No, wait. No, these control the roll. These control the pitch, I believe. And this one right here in the middle, it helps maintain the height. It did a bit of work for me to figure out how to get that to work correctly, but that way we have complete control over all 4 corners. I just wanted to put these huge jet engines down here because I thought I liked the aesthetic and give it just a little more extra oomph. But anyway, it's surprisingly tanky. And I think I could go back and make an APHE version where it uses like 8-meter rounds. Something I've been dicking around with, or at least I haven't quite put it to paper yet, but it's certainly something I've been thinking about. And if you look at the, yeah. If you look at the fuel use there, it's just barely ticking down while it's kind of in its idle mode here. I mean, it's like maybe burning like 1 fuel a second, so this thing could probably stay aloft for a very long time. But it kind of gets stuck in reverse sometimes, so I think I need to put another ACB in here to set it to like stay still when there's like no craft around. Anyway. I'm just gonna like spawn in a bunch of Marauders so we can watch this stuff in action. That's gonna suck. Okay. Good, Batfish wouldn't straighten itself out. I think I'm gonna need to despawn my platform here. Part of me kind of wants to see if I could make a new and better one. Anyway. But yeah, as you can see, the helicopter's still got a pretty nasty small missile barrage. And there goes the torpedo bomber's torpedoes. Pretty nasty damage there. Keep in mind, those torpedoes do about 20k explosive damage, so it's like a cram being shoved up a boat's ass underwater. Same with the helicopter up here. It uses some very nasty HE missiles. Of course, the gunship, it's just going to keep circling and maintaining distance. It just, the problem with it that I've been having is that gun just kind of seems a little inaccurate. Because it hits like maybe every second or third round. I don't know if it's because the targets are too small or what, but it's got some spare engine power in it, so maybe I can come up with something. Excuse me, I'm a little phlegmy this morning. Let's see here. Yeah, I love how this bomber works because it just goes in at like 100 meters, stays fairly low, drops its torpedoes, and just fucks off. So the reason why I'm so excited about this guy is I think it has a lot of potential because for one, the size of the cannon means that it should be able to handle just about almost any large round that you'd want to stick into it, and it wouldn't take very much effort to upgrade this to a 5mm. I mean, all you'd have to do is just move a few things around and add a few more gauge increasers, which I don't think would be too much trouble. Here is the shell, for any of you who are curious. I thought I'd go with this guy right here, just a filler for now, but ideally you could make that shell whatever the hell you want. You could go with an APHE, you could go with a full-on frag. You could probably go with a Sabo. No, just whatever you want. I feel like this is a design that has a lot of versatility, especially for the price. And I feel it's probably one of the most efficient designs I've come up with so far. Something else I've considered doing with it is, well, ripping some of these guts out and making it into a frag spam minigun. I don't think that would take too much effort, to be completely honest with you guys. But this is essentially the Swiss Guard tank destroyer. All I did is I took the main weapon out of it, I turned it upside down, and I built a hovercraft around it. I think the aesthetic actually turned out fairly decent too. So yeah, overall pleased with it. Also, you can go in here, and just for demonstration purposes, we are going to rip out the engine and let it ditch in the water. Of course, it's going to deploy balloons, but it's not going to quite have enough thrust to get up. That's okay, because when we pop the new generator in here, make sure that's turned down, it gets back skyborne without too much fuss, which is excellent. So yeah, it's got pretty decent survivability. I think it's got a good aesthetic, and I think it's going to make a very good addition to your fleet. So yeah, that's some of the things I've been working on here lately. So anyone want to have a closer look at any of these, or have any questions about them in the chat here? If not, I'm gonna carry on some other stuff I've been working on. Okay, I think Benzo sent me, yeah, he wanted us to mess around with his super battleship again, I think. By the way, Benzo, how many variants of this thing have you sent me? I completely lost track. Also, a reminder for you folks, Drag Queens, the submission is only going to be open for about 3 more days. You know, Dyphon, I think the way to go on that Dyphon is going to be something that's insanely maneuverable, or like that submarine I just showed you. Actually, Business, I had an idea I wanted to run by you, but I'm going to do that off camera. So I'll catch up with you on that here in a little while, okay, bud? Now let's see here. What was I looking for? Here we go. Okay, subscriber folder. Something new I was trying the other day and I had a really good time with is I just like went into the open mic room and I just started chatting with you guys and I thought it was a lot of fun. So I think that's something I'm going to try to do more regularly. You know, just so we could hang out and chat, just have a good time. Talk about how crazy life is and how much we like to build shit and blow it up. Oh, Benzo. I still marvel at the fact that you're able to get this silly thing to float. Anyway, we're gonna, like we were talking here, Benzo wants to test out its anti-air capability, so I think we ought to take a bunch of these Osprey bombers and maybe a couple of those submarines and we'll just pit it against it. But of course I need to get some room. Yeah, that'll probably work. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know if I want to put many more than that because, well, probably crash into each other. I mean, you guys played from the depths long enough to know that that is a definite possibility. Alright, so then, we'll put it in like 2 Batfish. And this is like a real thing. You can actually go on Wikipedia and find an article about the Batfish. I've actually been up inside it. It's cool. Also, an announcement that I need to make. Like the first week of August. Something my wife has been super excited about is we're going on a trip to California. She is going with a friend of hers to a Backstreet Boy concert. Not particularly excited about that. However, as a reward for putting up with the Backstreet Boys, I'm going to get to go see the USS Iowa as it is anchored in Los Angeles. So, I'll be posting a bunch of pictures of that on my Discord for y'all to see. Hopefully, I'll get to look inside the turret and see all kinds of cool shit. I am super excited about that. Let's see here. What else do we want to spawn in here? I think we need at least 1 spooky. And I'm thinking maybe 2 attack helicopters. Except I think I wouldn't put that back in the stream tanks. Where is that silly thing? Hatred copter, where are you? Where a snake had bit me. I'm assuming that the Mikasa is maybe a ship that the Japanese bought from the British. I'm not completely familiar with the history, but I know that is somewhat of a practice. Because I know an American light cruiser got blown up in the Falkland Islands War. And that's kind of how they came about getting those. Okay. So are we ready? Let's see what happens. Be honest, I think the submarines are probably going to do the most damage here. Because I don't think Benzo has very much anti-torpedo defense. Yep, let's wait for that to happen. So yeah, I wasn't far from the truth, I guess. Oh my god, look at the lag. Holy jeebus. Yeah, that's pretty much what I had planned, Existence. I want to get some pictures of all the good bits. Oh my gosh, I don't know where the hell all this lag is coming from. But I'm sure you're happy to see here, Benzo, the battle is definitely a little one-sided, but I think that's more because the bombers went and crashed into each other. I'm just so excited to see a 16-inch shell. It's going to be great. The interesting thing I keep hearing, though, is the American shells actually were better than those 18-inch ones like they had on the Yamato. They had better armor penetration, which I thought that was really interesting because, you know, the Yamato, it has like the largest caliber cannons that were ever put onto a mobile platform. As far as I know. Yeah, that's okay. I think what happened was, I don't think it was necessarily your fault, Benzo. I think what happened is when those bombers collided, it just like caused a bunch of explosions, and it was kind of hard for the game to handle it. I honestly think that's what happened. But we are definitely hurting this thing, according to the damage numbers up top. But yeah, your flak seems to be doing a pretty good job there. Though I would imagine in a combined force with some actual ships like Corollas Rex to tank the damage, those bombers probably would have torn you apart. The helicopters seem to be doing surprisingly well, though. This one's flying, just barely. I think she's going to go into the water here in a moment. That one looks like it's pretty much still intact. Yeah, it's about to go into the water here too. It just lost its rotors, I think. Nope, no, it's still hanging out up there. But the little sponson wings kind of got tore to hell. That's what she said. Torpedo bulge. Alright, so yeah, these little submarines here, they are one of the reasons why I think that they're going to do so well is because of their size. They're going to be probably fairly hard to spot. That's what a lot of people say existence. I think that was actually a YouTube video titled about it. The right ship for the wrong war. Damned if she wasn't a pretty ship, though. I do know somewhere in Japan they have an actual Yamato museum where they have like a huge model of it. I wouldn't mind seeing that someday. But yeah, as predicted, it looks like all the aircraft got shot down, and only contenders we have left is the submarines. To be honest, I don't think your battleship's going to be able to lay hand on these submarines there, Benzo. I could like spawn in a small fleet of these things and they just tear you apart. But then again, you got so much freaking repair spam. Oh, you actually made a Yamato? That's awesome. Is it up on the workshop, or is there anywhere we can access it? Holy crap. I think I might have been wrong about Benzo not having any torpedo defense. Okay. You had to probably have a ridiculously powerful lance to be able to take out a torpedo like that underwater, because for the longest time, using lambs that way has just not been practical. And as a result, I've resorted to using like anti-torpedo torpedoes. So yeah, kudos to that. Just as a supplementary thing though, you might want to put like some anti-torpedo torpedo turrets down here. And I'm wondering if you could like lose about maybe half of these propellers down here and probably still be able to maintain flotation, but whatever. Yeah, we're probably just going to fight to a standstill here because, well, the submarines, they have infinite ammo and infinite fuel, and I think your super battleship here is just going to keep popping away until the heat death of the universe, I'm guessing. So, did you make any other revisions to this you want to talk about, Benzo, or are we good for now, bud? Again, good work with the lamps. Come on, I didn't want to select that. I want there. I want to look at your lamp system here, actually. Holy shit, Benzo. Why don't you just use this for an offensive laser, man? You got more than enough here to do it. I mean, you could probably take down like giant, like meter-wide missiles with this thing without too much effort. Yeah, that is a hell of a lamp system. That's probably one of the most beefiest ones I've ever seen. That was weird. It looks like the back end went under for a little bit. Ah, I think I see the problem. You're running out of engine power. Yeah, because what's that number 0 is that means you can't draw any more engine power off of that. Yeah, that's what I'm screaming, Dyfan. He could, like, make a hell of an offensive laser out of that. Probably like a no-Q laser that would just shred everything. No, that makes sense, Benzo. If I were to spawn a Rambot on here, I'm sure that would fix the problem because he would just, you know, refill the materials. But, whoa, this helicopter got back up. Interesting. Oh, I guess that's where Rambot's been this whole time. I guess he just repaired it and got it functional again. Yeah. Yeah, you still go with the 4Qs, Dyfan? I imagine you would. I mean, actually, I've been taking a land system that I made for a previous craft, and I just been kind of using it and everything else ever since because it's just been doing that well. I think it's got about 4 storage and a assload of pumps on it. So it sounds about roughly the same dimensions and build as yours, now that I think about it. It's the one that I used on Corollas Rex, and I used like 8 laser cores from that to do the job. But, dang, Benzo. Oh, it looks like you may have accidentally hit one of the submarines finally. Just out of sheer Dacus spam, you probably hit it. Yeah. Hold on. There we go. He's adding materials to it right now. What's the top speed on this guy anyway, Benzo? I mean, I guess I could just do this, find out. $15 meters a second for something that size is not bad, actually. I usually try to shoot for about 20. And you could probably stack these propellers like crazy. If you did a little more propeller stacking back here, you could probably get this thing going even faster, I'm sure. No, wait, it looks like you may have. Hold on. Oh, no, that's just how they got placed here on the corners. Okay. But, yeah, it's definitely a work in progress. Huh. So, let's just start from scratch here. We're just going to delete it. No, let's restart the designer. Because we had a bunch of shit in there. But, yeah, I think those campaign craft I made for Dyfan are going to be loads of fun to use. And the great thing about all those aircraft that I showed off there, they can be used in Ashes of the Empire as well, so they won't be just limited to Quest for an Eater. Anyway, we're gonna despawn those things, and I wanted to go back to that 500mm cannon that we were working on last time. I wanted to see what the full broadside was going to look like. Yeah, I thought they looked pretty good. Anyway, yeah, the reason why I got like 4 turrets on here is I kind of wanted to see what a full broadside from this thing would be like, because I kind of want to do a turret setup that's like the Montana class, where it has 2 forward, 2 aft. Yeah. That's a very impressive speed, though, for something that size their existence. I remember with Water God, oh my god, I had to do so much propeller stacking to get it to hit 20, but I eventually got it there. But one of the things that I was working on, I was like talking to Gio while I was doing this, is I was trying to make this turret to where it would be able to throw out a lot of DACA, but my biggest concern is what does it do to the rest of the ship when it blows up, because, you know, we got all these loaders in here. And I wanted to see exactly just how little armor I could get away with to keep the turret well armored well enough to keep this thing from destroying the rest of the ship. I think the single biggest ship that I've ever seen you make defend was I think it was your campaign. I mean, not your campaign ship, but it was your oh gosh, what was it? Your survival craft. That thing was huge. And you had some very interesting concept weapons on there that I like to play around with. So kudos for that, bud. Anyway, what I was going to show off here is we're going to whip out the old death ray here. Now, supposedly this thing could take a heat round. I need to turn off the movement for this thing. Anyway, I'm gonna have to warp over here to make sure that there we go. So we're going to shoot a couple of death rays in here to make this turret blow up. And as you can see, the turret pretty much gets blown to shit, but the turret well remains completely intact, containing the explosion entirely. Back in the day, what I would do is I would just completely do like a layer of heavy armor around this all here. But I want to try to avoid doing that this time around, so that way I can save some resources and make the craft substantially lighter. Yeah, I saw. I really, really, really liked that video that you did. No, the ejector turret. I've always wanted to see if I could poke around in it, but I keep forgetting to ask you about it. The I think it was a tri-barrel one where I can't remember what diameter it was, but I probably watched that video like 5 or 6 times, and I was just really impressed, with the construction and aesthetics of it. I thought it was probably one of the best turret build videos I've ever seen, to be honest with you, Daifan. But yeah, that's going to be a main for probably like a battle cruiser type build. I guess I could use some like secondary guns, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe we could build a couple of them, huh? Then again, maybe I ought to just reuse the ones I got from Corellis Rex. I mean, they're not bad turrets. I mean, I built them so that they could be completely reusable in other crafts, so... let's go ahead and spawn the Corollas Rex in and have a look at my secondaries on that thing. I just find if you build the turret well enough and your defenses are good enough, you don't really need to worry about them getting hit in the first place, but... Sorry guys, I am a little out of it today. I was up to like 3 o'clock in the morning working on those things. Then my wife woke me up about 6 or 7 in the morning, and yeah. The fuck was I doing? Oh, there's Corollas Rex. And if it wasn't like such a huge thing here, I would probably just completely retrofit Corollas Rex, but I'm just gonna use it now as a learning experience of things that I was really happy with and things that I thought I could have done better. Anyway, we're gonna nab one of these turrets, so I can show them to y'all. Save sub-object. Yeah, we'll just grab one of those. Capture it. No. Save it. Oh, what the hell am I thinking? Actually, definitely when I do my armoring, I've been using like maybe 2 layers of alloy to add buoyancy, and like 1 to 2 layers of metal that give it a little more strength. That seems to be doing pretty well. Yeah, this is the Corollas Rex's secondary here. Not a whole lot to it, but I've actually been very happy with it. It is a 300 millimeter using pure Hesh, and I think the aesthetic of it turned out very, very nice. I kind of like how this looks here on the front. So yeah, I think I might keep this, but I think I might try stripping the armor off. It just seems like armoring the turrets nowadays don't seem to be as big a deal if you know how to do ship armor. So that's some ideas that I've been tinkering around with. Oh, thanks Existence, appreciate that. I think I'll go ahead and spawn it in so we can have a looky-see at it. Wow. It's almost like showing off a huge ass ship here in the chat here on my Discord. I think I've seen this dude on the forums. Anyway. Project 6. Okay. Let's have a look at Project 6. Oh, that's fine. I know there's some of us out there that sometimes just like to do purely aesthetic builds. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, we are going to despawn Rex because she's a pretty big girl. Let's see here. I believe I put it in the subscriber folder. There we go. Yeah, price tag looks about right. Holy divas. I am liking what I'm seeing so far, though. I'm guessing these are like little flat guns. Did you go? No, you didn't. Okay. I was just kind of wondering if you went and used the steam propellers for that. But I'm guessing to get it as fast as it is, you probably did some spin block fuckery, or you probably went and put a bunch of the thrusters inside the craft, judging by the particle effects. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Just, I want to look at the insides, goddammit. Just stop moving for a second. Wow, those are some impressive ammo stores. A nice big fat efficient engine, very nice. You even put a lamp system in this? Holy shit. That's not bad power. What kind of efficient? Ooh, that is very efficient. Very nice. Overall power, that's... Looks like you get about 50,000 power of it. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm assuming this is the LAM system? Or is this... It looks like it could be like a defensive laser, though. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to borrow a few ideas from this, because this is a gorgeous looking ship. And looking down here, looks like you went with the 8-meter long 500 mil. Let's see what kind of shell you got loaded in there. Yep, pen depth. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. I hate missiles too, especially after the update. I kind of love and hate them at the same time. That is a lot of secondary. Kind of curious just to frag warhead. Okay. Are those secondaries, or are those like AA guns? Because they seem kind of on the small side to be secondaries. Oh, these look nice. Okay. No, I like doing mixed ammo too, so yeah. If I can. Interesting. Okay. That looks like another main. Oh yeah, this is actually kind of what I had in mind for the next big ship that I was wanting to make. And looky there, look at all of this down here. Gotta say, I love the new rudder parts. I wonder if there's a lot of people out there who are using the rudder parts for like wings and stuff like that, because I think they could do very well for that as far as aesthetics goes. I don't know. I really like what you did back here. I'm assuming that took a little bit of mimicry, but it looks awesome. I was actually thinking of doing something very similar for a build, except that I would probably like... My plan was I was going to get... Where are they at? I was going to like go into the steam engines, and I was going to like take the 7-meter propellers, and I was just going to put them on spin blocks to make them look like they were working, and have the whole thing actually being propelled with the regular propellers. I think that's something that potentially is going to look pretty cool when I get around to doing it. Bet so. I guess we could. Yeah, but if I were you, I'd like have it saved to a like a text file or something, so you could just spam it in chat. No, seriously, don't do that. But yeah, that's a gorgeous ship. One of these days, I'm gonna learn how to make a decent looking bridge, because wow. What are the dimensions on this thing? That's pretty insane. 312? Yeah, that looks about right. I think Yamato was around, what, 280, something like that? But I guess you had to take a little artistic license, so you could add the extra main battery here in the back. I'm kind of curious to see your armor scheme. Okay, so you got about 2 here, then... Kind of hard to tell. So you went with like 2 layers of metal, it looks like. Then you went with okay, 1, 2, 3 layers of metal on the inside. 1, 2, 3 layers of alloy. Then 1, 2 layers of metal, and then you have all this crap here in the middle. That's some pretty good armor. Might have to steal that. Okay, I must have been thinking of something else then. Maybe it was the Montana. I would have loved to have seen that thing come to life. I bet she was going to be a real beauty too. But yeah, it seems like it's a pretty good ship, well organized. Looks like you put a lot of work into her. You know, that's not a bad idea. Thank you for suggesting that. I keep forgetting about that feature all the time. I might hold on to this and poke around in it a bit, Existence. I don't think you'd mind, though. I know from experience it's always flattering to hear that you inspired someone else's design, so... Okay, so... let me see if I can remember how to do this shit. Back front... I never remember how to do that shit. You know, if I could just remember how this stupid thing works. Cut above? Maybe he's just taking some time to render it? I don't know. Ah, there it goes. So yeah, we'll go to about there so we can have a look at your armor scheme. Okay. So it is PID controlled. That was one of the things I was wondering about. I do have a similar armoring scheme for the bottom, but I usually use like 2 layers of alloy just to try to add a little bit more flotation to it. But yeah, I really like this armor scheme here. It seems like you really wouldn't paid some attention to protecting the lower part of the ship here, which is completely understandable because that's where your power plant is. But even though she's an aesthetic build, I think she could probably tank a lot of damage, if I'm to be completely honest. Let's... let's see if we will look on the inside. Well, that's not quite the way inside I was thinking of, but whatever. Ah, so you did armor up these turrets. Okay. They look like they're Tetrised very well, too. I wonder what kind of fire rate you get out of those. No. I can't recall that I have. Yeah, these things have like double the ammo capacity of some of my mains. It looks like you kind of did a very similar deal here, though, with autoloaders. It looks like a method I learned from Enter Duffin's videos. That's what I'm thinking. I imagine this thing spits out a volley like every 2 seconds or so. That'd be my estimate. 25 is not bad, actually. Let's see here. What kind of accuracy are you getting out of these? That's not too bad. I mean, that's completely doable. Yeah, this thing would give Corollas Rex a run for her money, I think. Oh, the anchors look great too. Did you spin block this part of the deck here, or is that done with mimics? Or no, that has to be spin blocked. Yeah, that's definitely spin blocked. I think I seen. Oh, what was his name? Give me a moment and I'll think of it. He always starts his videos going, "Greetings, comrades," or some crap like that, and he's got a thing for wolves. Demarora, that's it. Seemed like a real nice guy, but he kind of gave up on From the Depths because he was so pissed off that the recent patches completely messed up his aesthetics. The way he described it is basically Nick killed his children. Kind of felt bad for the guy. He seemed like he was doing some really interesting work there with his aesthetics, though, towards the end. Yeah, you got a lot of concepts in here that I think I'm going to have to try on my next iteration of a super battleship. It's almost like a Yamato and a King George V and a Montana class got together, had like some kind of crazy orgy, and this was a result. I say King George, the V, because I think it had the quad cannons, and I say Montana because of the 4-turret layout there. So yeah. Yeah, I definitely get a Russian bias vibe from him. It's pretty strong. So yeah. Is there a whole lot to these AA guns? I mean, not really. I'm guessing these are just direct feed boys. I bet they are. And I'm assuming this all down here was done for some redundancy. Looked like some mimic work was done here too. Okay, not bad at all. Got a nice rounded shape on that. Very cool, very cool. I know. Do they even work? Oh yeah, they do. Okay. I was trying to find the ammo feeders. I assume they probably would have been on top. Judging by the lasers that you had mounted in them, they're probably some kind of timed fuse. Now what's going on with these here? I'm guessing that's just part of the aesthetic. And you went with 118? Okay. I would have gone for like a 250 mil, but to each their own. Any Sea Whiz on here existence? I mean, it's a huge craft, so I imagine somewhere you'd have like a Sea Whiz mounted on it. In a way, she kind of reminds me of Water God. Yeah. Oh, of course not. I knew it was a risk for me spawning in all those bombers. I had a feeling a couple of them were going to crash into each other. Okay. Okay. I probably need to stop gawking at this thing, or I'm just not going to stop. But yeah, she's a beautiful ship existence. You should be proud, bud. Anyway. I wanted to see if maybe I could try to make this guy a little cheaper. And to be honest, I think that Tetrising could be a bit better. Yeah, we can go back and do that. It's not too big of a deal, Benzo. Oh, so that's what I did. I was wondering why that wasn't cutting evenly. That's a ship that I would have loved to have seen gotten built, though. Old Montana. But I guess the Iowa, I'll get to see that, and it's the next best closest thing, so. Actually, I probably don't need to even do that. I think we could delete all this down here. And I'm probably going to re-armor the top of the turret. We're going to go with something a little different. Go heavy armor there. This here in the back, we could probably get rid of these. I don't think we need them as much. What about the Vanguard? Bezzo, you crack me up sometimes, man. I think I just want to give this just a bit more armor coverage, like so. Backside here, not too worried about it. But I'm trying to give my turrets a bit of a smaller footprint for starters. But also make them to where they're less explodey. And I think I want to try going through and replacing all of these with autoloaders. .406, that's like what, a 16-inch gun? I mean, us damn Americans and our love for the old style ways of measuring things. Alright, so let's... I think I want to go ahead and armor up the back of this, but I think I'm just going to put like a little bit of stone back here. Nothing wrong with that business. I mean, everyone's got their own build style, man. Let's see here. I think for the moment we are going to go in here and we're going to disable... Oops, I hit that one too many times. There we go. I'm going to go in here and we're going to temporarily disable the local weapon controller on this. If I could get to this silly thing. There we go. And I just want to see what kind of fire rate we'll get out of it. So, oh, fudge. Those are responding way too close. Actually, let's move this up one. So we can put a failsafe on it. This is like one of those reasons why I tell everyone to never throw away something completely, because you can always repurpose it for something else. I've had a lot of designs where I ended up doing something like that. Anyway, we're just going to warp in here. I wanted to control this damn thing though. Why can't I control it? Budget. I just want to control this one specifically. But I can't. Oh, okay. I would say that's keeping up with the rate of fire pretty good there. Okay, I think I can live with that. Now, let's see here. Yep, I'm on the... Oh, well, that could be an issue. Okay, so I want to do some testing on this here. I want to see how much armor it's going to take to contain an explosion on this thing should it, like, explode. I mean, that's usually how this works. And I think since this is a smaller gun, you'll probably go a little bit more lighter on the deck armoring for it. I just really worry about plunging fire from like crams and such. Actually, we could redo it this way. Yeah. Yes. Okay. There we go. There we go. Aha. Okay, Ben. So well, let's test your history knowledge just a bit here, buddy. I think this could potentially be fun. What was the name of that battleship? Do you know? Let's see if you can get this. I'm kind of curious to see. HMS Dreadnought, actually. Very good. What, you did think you were going to get that right? Good job for knowing that, though. There's a lot of people out there who really don't give two shits about history anymore. Awfully sad if you ask me, but whatever. Or, as you would say, feels bad. That one I wouldn't know, but go ahead and enlighten me. I don't even know if this thing's actually going to be able to turn in here or not, but we're going to find out. Nope, it won't even budge. I was afraid of that. So what was the name of it, Existence? Did I finally break 10K hours? In college, my minor was in history, so I'm a little biased. That and all through high school, I watched the History Channel relentlessly. I don't know if any of y'all are Sabaton fans, but their World War I album is supposed to be coming out here in a few days. I believe it's scheduled to be released on the 19th. So something I'm really looking forward to. I don't know about you fellas. Actually, we could go with another 3 there, I think, yeah. Resistance, are you from Turkey? I think I might have asked this before, but just curious. Ah, much better. So, now that we got that built, let's blow it up. I want to see if this will contain the explosion, even though I highly doubt it. Actually, that did pretty well, considering. Very nice, very nice. Well, the idea behind this, though, Benzo, is because I'm wanting to see if I could build a large battleship type ship a lot cheaper than I did Corollas Rex. So that's the reason why we're going through and doing this nonsense. I could have sworn I saw some clips in here, but I'm not seeing them. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. I don't know. I think, though, I want to do something different with this. Yeah. Essentially, I kind of want the same shell on the other side, but I want to do like a heat. I don't know. Anyway. Let's see here. I want HE warhead, HE warhead. Then for the shell nose, I want a shape charge head. Those are probably going to bounce like crazy though, so... What's the speed on this? 444 meters a second. Imagine this will probably have the same speed. No, it's just a little higher. That's fine. But I need to put an inertial fuse on that. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay, so need to probably add one of these with a shape charge down one, and switch that to an HE. We're going to switch that. We need... I think we need a base bleeder here. Yes. And then we're going to need an inertial fuse. That's actually very... yeah. It's just the right size too. And we're going to go over here. We're going to... why is that one sit? Okay. We're going to take one of these gunpowder casings. We're just going to slightly lower that so it matches the other one. There we go. That's true, Daifan. But the load time on them would be so insane, I don't know if I'd want to mess with it, to be honest with you, man. So here's what I'm thinking. I want one half of these to be firing the heat shells, and I want the other half to be firing the hash. So here's how I'm going to do it. Mixed shell types are always such a pain in the butt to do. Okay. Shape charge. Shape charge. Shape charge. Shape charge. Shape charge. Shape. 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 Gotta make sure we get a decent mix of the squash and shape charges. Shaped. Shape. 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 Shape charge. Shape charge. Shape. Shape. Shaped. Charge. Shape charge. Okay. And I am assuming that these here on the... Nope. These here on the bottom are all going to be... Yep, good. Those are all the squash rounds. And... let's put in a couple of marauders out here so we can watch this thing... the fudge. Warp. What? Oh. I thought I turned you off, mister. Oh, right. Ugh, I can't believe I forgot about that shit. I forgot I had all of these. Ugh, I feel like an idiot now. There we go. Okay. Because it was just this guy over here I wanted to test. Okay, that's all good. We want to lower this. Nope. Lower it. Let's disable the movement. That's why I want to turn that way. Why are you turning, you piece of shit? Yeah, I got flippin' firing restrictions on it. Let's see here. We'll just turn those off completely. I think these here themselves, they have restraints too. There we go. I just want to see this thing shoot. God dang. Okay, we're gonna just destroy those. Let's see what happens when we spawn Marauders over there instead. Really? It's like they didn't even move. Ridiculous. Okay. We'll just destroy them again. Crossbones then? Don't tell me. Yes, it spawned right on top of us. God dang it. Okay, screw this. We're just going to save the vehicle, and we're going to restart the designer, because this is driving me nuts. Ugh. Okay. Destroy everything. We'll load the platform back in, this time here. There we go. Oh my god, I wish these things would stop spawning so close. Not fudge it. We're going to destroy these. We're just going to go all the way the hell out here. We're going to go load vehicle. And built in. Meter. Onyx watch. And we're just going to plop down a couple of Kingsteads out here. Because I'm sick of fucking with that. I know, I'm just sick of messing with the business. This is just getting asinine. And yeah, let's see here. No, that's not what I wanted. Options. Config. There we go. I think there was something I forgot to do on the secondary gun here. And I forgot to set the special factors of all these. Indeed I did. Shape charge. Let's max out that pen factor. And this right here. Imagine these are all maxed out. Yep, good. Okay. Yeah, Kingstead, it usually makes a pretty good target for target practice, because it's big, it's blocky, it's going to take a lot of time for it to be destroyed completely, so yeah. It looks like, though, there is a bit of an issue with the cannon. I mean, I don't really know if it's an issue per se, but it's projectile system. Yeah, that's correct there. It's projectile system. That's correct there. Cooldown 98 seconds. Cooldown 98 seconds. Okay. So, can we go in here and rip out some of these coolers to make this thing more efficient? I like to think we can. Because we don't really need that crazy of a rate of fire on this, and make it probably substantially cheaper. I'm starting to think I might be able to just fit a whole nother damn autoloader in here. Actually, I think I might leave it like that. 0.9 is fine. Hey, Hertzmeister, what's up, buddy? Good to see you around. We're trying to do some optimization here. I don't know if I want to put another autoloader in here now, though, because I'm afraid that it has some issues. What's the recoil absorption like? It could be better. So yeah, we'll just put recoil absorbers in there. There we go. Yeah, well, my weekend doesn't start till Monday, so because of my job. Don't get me wrong, though, I love my job. I work with some pretty good people. Alright, I think this will do the trick. Uh-oh. We got 2.11. Okay. Okay, I see the problem. I got a little happy. With my deleting. And I forgot that one cannon is using a different type of shell that probably has a different cooldown on it entirely. So yeah, we need to go in and fix that. So we probably should swap this out for a 4-meter and actually, oh, we could put in a 6 instead. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that's better. Now these things are probably going to miss a little bit here when firing that far below the surface because they're not super cavitating, but whatever. This thing will definitely shed some blocks. Anyway, we're going to destroy enemy vehicle for the moment. And I just want to see what kind of accuracy these cannons get. We can do better than this, I feel. Even as slightly. I'm Mark III, how goes it? Good to see you. It's been a while. But it's good to see you nonetheless. I was earlier just showing off some changes that I made to the our co-creation, the Spooky. I went and stuck that belt blaster in it. It's actually doing somewhat decent. It just having a little trouble with the accuracy on it. I'm still not sure how to improve that just yet, but anyway, this is me just trying to cheapen some of the stuff that I built here in the past so I could try to make a cheaper battleship overall. This little cannon's like sheer, it's I think it's alright. Really? I put one in your Discord in the FTD Theory channel. I put one in the in my announcements. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Do I need to go back to sending you those links directly? If so, I apologize. I think that just completely slipped my mind. We're going to disable the movement on that too. Wow, you killed my turret, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I probably need to do it here in a sec. Because it's getting about time where I gotta stop the stream, so. I think I might want to change these mantlets here. Yeah. I've been wanting to do the 7 Days to Die co-op with Scipio for a long time. It's just he came down with a sinus infection, so hopefully he'll get better and we'll be able to try for it sometime in the future. We tested it out, and it actually did very, very well. So yeah, I think that's going to be working pretty good for us. I am getting so sick of this crap. I think I want to just switch these over to a different type of mantlet and be done with it. Actually, I got an idea. Oh, this right here, it's a it uses 2 different shell types. One is a Hesh and the other one is a Heat. But I just can't seem to get enough depression for this to work, so I just had an idea that I thought could be particularly interesting. That way they can get a little bit better elevation and depression. And I kind of like the aesthetic on that. I think that'll, yeah. Oh, there's so many damn green shell types out there, it's impossible to know which one's which. Anyways, I gotta make good on a promise to Benzo here and cut his cut his super battleship in half. So we're just gonna go ahead and save that platform again real quick. Also, there's a blueprint I want to send to you later on. I think you're gonna really get a kick out of it. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and destroy all vehicles. And we're going to load up Benzo's monstrosity. You think it'd be easier to find because he names everything with a frickin' Z or an X or whatever. That's weird. Yes. Actually, I'll go ahead and send it to you right now. I think you'll like this. I made it for Enter Defense upcoming from the Depths campaign that he's going to be doing Quest for Neater. He's working on modifying the map with a bunch of people from the community right now. So it'll probably be just a matter of time before he gets it up and running. Where is... Hold on. I keep forgetting I can't copy and paste files like that. There you go. I know, the load time on this thing is so insane, Benzo. You know, you could probably take some mimic blocks to this and try to blend that a little bit better, but overall I do like the shape of the turrets, at least the caps anyway. But yeah, let's see if we can saw this bitch in half. I think do I have to be... Oh, shit. Okay. I fucked that up. I went and loaded it under Onyx Watch. I gotta do it under here. Yeah, I guess Benzo likes his ladies thick. That's okay, so do I. I can completely understand. He actually gets somewhat decent speed out of it. I think he had it going like 15 meters a sec. This is what it topped out at in the V menu. Wait, this is like 3 meters now. Oh, fudge it. Yeah, let's saw this bitch in half now. Wait, did I select one of the turrets or did I? Yeah, I think I. Okay. End key, left, right. We'll do cut above. Did I do something wrong here? Benzo, I'm wondering if you made this so much too big to cut. Yeah, it can. I've done it before. I think it was even during the stream I've done it, because see, it says here. Maybe it's cut below? Or maybe it's just taking so damn long to render it that we're not seeing it because the size of this beast. Yeah, I'm not like seeing any difference here like at all. Oh, maybe there it goes. Okay. Ooh. I saw that ion. Yeah, apparently we had to make the number lower. You know, Bento, since you're not too worried about cost, I'm surprised you don't go with like steam to power the propulsion. I mean, like the actual steam propellers. That is definitely something to marvel at. Kind of funny though, because it like did some funky things with your turret. I think this could take on a tier, yeah. I mean, it definitely has the DACA to do it. And we were looking at this LAM system here, and it's just absolutely insane. It was like sniping torpedoes out of the water. That's how good it is. Yes. There's one in every group, guys. Benzo just happens to be ours. Yeah, that's what she looks like, sawed in half. Pretty cool. Yeah, it does say sawed in half after you back out of it, so. But it looks like you can't go back into that menu unless you're in build mode, so we will just go cutting off, restore it all back. Let's just pull in a tier just for shits and grins, see what happens. Oh, I don't know if I told you guys, but they finally got around to fixing that goddamn bullshit shark. Oh, so happy about that. They wouldn't change the cannon to where it didn't have near as many frags in it. God, only a nut job like Benzo would go and make 500mm, 8-meter long shells as secondaries. No, I'm just kidding, Benzo. Got mad respect for you, bud. Lamb system got most of the torpedoes. I mean, not torpedoes, but missiles. I think you need a Sea Whiz to back it up, though. And trust me, you got plenty of room for Sea Whiz. Maybe you gotta try borrowing that one from Rex and put it on there? Yeah, we could do that, Benzo. We'll just go ahead and destroy that tier, because it'll probably be a while before you kill it. Let's see here. B, end, okay. Back front, okay. Cut off, cut above. There we go. So let's have a look at Ben's armoring scheme here, shall we? Good lord. You got like 3 layers of HA? I wonder why this thing is so expensive. Let's be completely realistic here. We're all nut jobs to one extent or another. That's why I like hanging out with you folks so much. It makes me feel better about myself. Yeah, that's insane, Benzo. God, what the hell kind of system do you have to run this game? That's not a bad drive save for that. Yeah, 5 is actually pretty good. That's once you get to about a strength 5 shield, that's about when it gets fairly effective at bouncing the cram cannons. The price tag on this beauty is all the materials ever farmed, like ever. If you really want to know, Hertzmeister. Yes. Yes, you make a very good point there, business. Anyway, guys, I am very, very sorry, but I think I'm going to have to wrap up the stream again for today. I got some things I got to take care of before I go to work later tonight. But I'll be back on Monday. At least as far as I know, I'll be back on Monday. I'm gonna get with Scipio, see how he's doing, seeing if we can't try doing the 7 days to die thing again. He's really looking forward to it, so it's a real shame that he got sick and all. But anyway, but it's like you're getting better all the time. It takes time to learn some things here and there, try to get better at it. So don't be too hard on yourself. Anyway, guys, as always, it's been a ton of fun chatting with y'all, and hope to see you for the Monday stream. Like I said, depending on how Skippy's doing, we might try going for 7 days to die again, or we just might have to put that off again. I don't know. But if 7 days to die doesn't come through again, I guess we can just go on doing another build video, which, from what I kind of gathered in the room, would probably be completely fine anyway. So yeah. But you guys have yourselves a great evening. Have yourselves a great weekend, and y'all take care. If I happen to do any building over the weekend, I'll pop into the voice chat room, and you guys just want to pop in, say hi, feel free to do so. So anyway, later, y'all.